friends of social life and nightlife, since we are in the taxi in the Milanese night here in the Baikaka area. Today, we talk about a very interesting topic that concerns me personally, namely 5 things. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 5 things not to do in a taxi when you take a taxi. I'll tell you, the taxi driver, so you can trust that these are things that annoy practically everyone, but they are common sense. Things that I will now tell you should be the norm. But people don't get it. Not everyone gets it. The first thing that everyone does, everyone, it's really a disease you have, that you can't get out of this disease, which is smoking before getting into the taxi. This, for those who follow me on social media, I've already said many times, because it's something that really annoys me. You need to understand that you smell. I mean, if you smoke and then get into the taxi, you bring the smell with you. You smell when you talk. You smell if we are on the street. If I'm far away, I don't smell it, right? You eat a gum, you're far away at 7. In the taxi, it's a closed environment, like being in an elevator. If you get in with this smell of smoke, smell. So you get in the car and you smell. And they should tell you, because if the taxi driver tells you, maybe you'll understand. Because if every time you get in, you smell, the taxi driver says, look, you smell. In my opinion, realize that you are doing something wrong. In fact, it probably bothers you. You get angry. You say, but how dare he? And you smell. How dare you smell in my taxi? Not how I dare to tell you that you smell. Because if you smell, the fault is yours and not mine. This also applies to electronic cigarettes, especially those that detach. That stuff that smells, it smells less if you don't detach it. If you leave it on, it smells less. So think. First thing, I wanted to warm up the atmosphere right away, to make you understand what the mood is like tonight. Turbulent mood. What is turbulent English like? I don't know anyway. Artificial intelligence translates it for those who follow me on the English channel. Then there will be Russian, Spanish. I have too many to do. Second thing, still related to the topic of smells, perfumes in a car, which you shouldn't fart in. I won't even tell you. Here, someone who smokes is like me farting and getting in the car. The smell is the same. In the car, you shouldn't fart. I won't even tell you that. I don't even include it in the things not to do. Second thing, perfumes and wipes. Same discussion. Even if the perfume is good, it's positive, it's a fragrance. But you're in a taxi. I mean, do you understand that if you spray perfumes or use super scented wipes, you're in a taxi? Does it bother? Especially if that smell lingers. For the next person, maybe they're allergic, maybe they don't care. Especially, some people are more sensitive to odors than others. It can be bothersome. I actually like perfume in the end, especially if it's a woman's perfume, but it can bother many. Let's close the topic of perfumes. Third thing, P-A-Z. Do you see it? It's a taxi. It's not a kitchen. It's not a cafeteria. It's not a sandwich shop. It's not your home. You don't eat. You don't eat in the taxi. You don't eat because it crumbles. And who cleans up afterwards? It's a taxi. It's not like you can sweep and the crumbs go away, or wipe the table and the crumbs disappear. Crumbs get everywhere. In a taxi, half on the seat, on the floor, in the doors. You don't eat in the taxi. You don't eat in the taxi. Don't eat before, eat after. While you're in the taxi, you don't eat. No, but I'll take a bite. No, I'll find a bite for you. You don't eat in the taxi. Thank you. Fourth thing. This is to be understood. I put the road. So, It's a bit like going to the doctor and telling the doctor what to do. It's kind of the same thing, right? If you go to the taxi driver and tell him the route he should take, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, you're telling him he doesn't know how to do his job. Or worse, those who tell you, take the shorter one, huh? As if to say, you are a thief, you want to cheat me, but I'm warning you that you shouldn't cheat me. I mean, do you understand that it's a bad thing to say? Even saying take the shorter route is a bad thing to say. You're calling him a thief. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not being malicious. Actually, it's better. If you know the route, you should know it and tell me. That's fine with me. I agree. I like it. If there's chaos, there's no chaos. If it's the wrong one, that's your problem. You take the route. The problem is yours. So you take a problem off my hands. I'm happy if you know it. If you don't know it, it becomes a problem. Because if you don't know it and only know it halfway, or know part of it, or in your imagination, there's one, which is very likely that in your imagination, there's one that doesn't exist in reality. You understand that it's a problem, because then we can't do what you want to do. I don't take the route I know. You don't let me do it. You only make a mess for me. So if you know it, that's fine. If you don't know it, be quiet, because otherwise we end up arguing. Clear. Crystal clear, I repeat. If you know it, that's fine. If you don't know it, it's a problem. One last thing. Last but not least, this is the best. This is the best. And it happens very often. Very often. The taxi. Holy God. I don't know how they translate it into English, but holy God. I think of something like Godsack. Something like that. But holy God. I repeated it too. See how they say it in English, in Russian, in Chinese. I'm interested. It's not trash, it's not a garbage can. You don't leave empty bottles in the taxi. The little ticket, the one the hotel gives you with the taxi number, must not be folded and stuffed in a door or between the seats. Holy God. Fortunately, they don't do it with cigarette butts. They don't do it with chewing gum, because I would really kill them there. But all these pieces of paper, little bottles, trash, but leave a wallet with 50,000 euros. Why doesn't that ever happen? No, I forgot it. But a 50,000 euro wallet never happens. Why? Why? So it's not that you forgot it. It's that you're an idiot. Translate idiot. Idiot. I want to see how you translate it. So, don't leave your stuff in the taxi if you really don't know. It happens. You have it in your hand, and you're there with this piece of paper, not knowing what to do. Ask the driver, excuse me, what can I do with this piece of paper? Give it to me. I'll take care of it. Always better than hiding it in a crack of the back door. Because if I get out and see that you left that piece of paper there, then I will blame you. With your hands, with the stick, I'll make you go behind the blackboard like the children, and nobody likes it. But the taxi driver can find you, because it's his car. That said, I hope I made you laugh a little. In the end, you know I say it out of kindness to get a few laughs. Subscribe to the channel if you like, in all languages, since I will do it in all languages. Now, and see you next time. Usually a video is released in the morning at 7 in Italy. I don't know about abroad, because I will decide the time zone. Hello everyone.